What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Millennials Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Kel.
Hollywood Tayy.
Candace.
Reece. What up?
And we back with a motherfucking video, okay?
I like that.
Okay.
I like that energy.
Period. So what's been going on this week, guys? I know you had your,
Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, that's been going on a lot too. People been crazy.
Mercury Gatorade.
So, how often do this happen?
Like
Does it happen like October
about
or
2 or
something
3
like that,
times
too?
a year.
Yeah,
Okay.
And that's when
Yeah.
they
I thought it
start
was like
acting
one.
crazy.
I thought it was only once.
No, it's like maybe at least 2 times a year.
Okay.
It's 2 or 3.
Okay.
For about 4 weeks. So, yeah.
Damn, it's 4 weeks. I never knew it was 4 weeks. I thought it was like a good little week.
3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Yes. And there's the pre-shadow period and the post-shadow period too. So some people count the week before and the week after.
So what's
the energy still there?
What's supposed to happen? You just like be tired. You just got off. You be off. Is that what
Yeah. So like Mercury, when it's a retrograde, that means when it's spinning, it kind of just slows down its rotation around the Earth. So Mercury is in charge of like communication, technology. So there's a lot of technology issues. And
That's so crazy.
text won't go through. Your phone might break.
Okay.
Your miscommunication at work, like text messages might not be making it, and
Definitely.
misunderstandings with people,
Breakups,
exes come back in your life,
Okay.
Yeah,
stuff like that. So they usually say don't sign any like major contracts, don't
During
make
this
any
time.
major decisions because it's gonna fall through during this time. So
Okay. Keep that in mind.
it's usually really chaotic and very aggressive on the road too.
Yeah.
Very aggressive on the road. So a lot of really bad car accidents, not just rear end, but like cars flipped over, people getting ejected out of cars blowing up, like really bad car accidents around this time. So drive careful because people are a lot more aggressive on the road.
Hell no, I ain't know that.
Yeah,
part.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in no car accident.
Probably me.
Yeah, I ain't. But
No.
you in that big
road
body.
rager. I
So-
would be too.
I ain't no road rage. I just hate dumb shit on the road. Like,
Well, you're in a truck. Most people that
When
drive
somebody
big
turn in
ass
front of you and
trucks.
start driving slow.
yeah, like bro, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, I hate that.
so then I just be on their ass the whole time.
So
I just go around.
Yeah.
Niggas killing each other now. You gotta be
You can't
careful
even
with that.
speed in that thing. How do you be picking up speed in that monster truck?
Oh me?
Yeah.
He in that big body.
You like, oh, I
You
ain't.
stepping on it.
Florida.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't have anything going on. I just want to throw that out.
Well, you do got your short film coming up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yep. So we did just drop it on like Instagram right now. We're gonna put it on all social media. New short film on the way. So yep, that is something.
I mean,
What's up?
I'm
Hollywood Tayy.
I'm working on my podcast right now. I've just ordered a new backdrop. I've actually ordered a few like backdrops that I've like privately been like testing out and stuff like that because I'm like such a OCD when it comes to like sets and how I want certain stuff to look. So I am working on my own show. So it's called Hollywood Talk with Hollywood Tayy.
Period. I like
So we're
that.
gonna be talking about stuff that's going on in social media and things in music and movies and entertainment shit.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We definitely gotta have a song.
Yeah, of course, of course. Y'all are gonna be the first on.
Okay.
Well, mine, so I don't got nothing going on. Seriously. Besides like getting ready for like auditions and stuff, and that's really basically it. And I've been working on my script, so that's been, we're gonna see how that goes. But just to roll into our first topic about just the importance of setting boundaries, being self-aware and like in relationships, friendships. How do you guys feel about like the importance of setting boundaries? And do you set boundaries?
I do. I mean, especially now that we're older. When I was younger, I didn't. I just kind of wanted to please everybody versus like taking my feelings into account or
Right.
what I wanted. So, but now that I'm older, it's like I don't really got time. This shit it don't ever seem like it work out when it's like that. I feel like everybody should have a boundary set to this is what it should be. Don't cross this line. Don't do it again. So I do it now for sure.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm
Candace?
just now learning how to set boundaries.
Same.
Recovering people pleaser here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely the type of person where I'm not a boat rocker. Like, I'm pretty go with the wind. Like, let's go with it. You know, let's just all have fun and keep the peace. Nobody needs to be. And when you're like that for so long, people will really walk over you. They'll mistreat you, abuse you, take your kindness for weakness. They'll consider you weak. They'll consider you a punk. And they'll also consider you manipulative because they feel like, well, nobody asked you to do this for me or this and that. So they'll feel like you're the problem because you should have stood up for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm learning how to set those boundaries and rock the boat and piss people off and not care if people get mad because,
as you should,
you know, gotta put yourself first. It's important. So yeah, setting boundaries is important.
Yeah. It's definitely important, and you know, just to piggyback off what Candace, you know, was saying, I was never a people pleaser, but I didn't know how to set boundaries when it came to people like that I loved or that I dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like, well, you know, if you love this person, you know, certain shit, you know, you should just accept or tolerate. Like, it is what it is, you know. But I'm just now learning, like, you know, if you're doing something or it's something about you that I feel like throws me off or makes me feel uncomfortable, like, I don't have to deal with you, especially if I've expressed to you that this makes me feel some type of way and you continue to do, you know, these things, then definitely, yeah. And, you know, I just feel like, especially with, like, Black people in particular, we feel like we have to have, like, this ride or die or, oh, you know, you're a strong Black man or you're a strong, like, you try to equate, you know, your strength with how much you can take from a person or from a situation, and life shouldn't be like that. Like, I'm not going to continue to take disrespect or, you know, not set those boundaries just because I'm going to show you, like, oh, I'm a ride or die, or, oh, I'm strong. Like, listen, I'm not a ride or die. Just let you know, Jesus died for me. I don't have to die for nobody else. I'm a track star. Listen, I am a Pisces and I will swim the fuck away. Okay? I will swim. I'm a track star.
I run away when they get
tired. But yeah, setting boundaries are important.
No, I'm the same way. I feel like, I don't know if I've like been a people pleaser, but I feel like I shut down very quickly when I don't like something. And I was just talking about this with my coworker. Like, we had this discussion today, and I was just telling her, like, when I don't like somebody, it's like, no. And it's not me trying to, like, make sure you know I don't like you. It's just, I just can't fuck with you. Like, we're not on that type of time, type of tip. Like, it's really hard for me to have a poker face when it comes to stuff like that. So I feel like boundaries with me was more so like a mental thing. Like, if I know for a fact I'm not cool with this when I was younger, I would just more so like just stay away from you. Like, you just not, you know, I'll just keep my distance. As an adult now, I feel like I'm more, you know, I try to work on communication when it comes to any situation that I have with somebody, but I feel like it's still the same though. Like, once I get my point across and we not cool, it's just like, it is what it is. Like, there's nothing else to say. But I feel like people are not like mature enough to really like let go of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll keep it going and be like, oh well, I know why, you know, Maurice don't like me, so I might just keep saying shit just to kind of like pick at it. And it's like, just leave it alone. Like, you know, y'all know y'all not cool. Just, you know, leave it where it's at so we can move forward. But I feel like one thing that y'all mentioned that I really liked is like y'all self-awareness. Like, y'all knew for a fact that at a certain time y'all wasn't setting boundaries, and then y'all started setting boundaries. I feel like us as millennials, it's weird. Like, I feel like our parents sometimes don't teach us that aspect of it because we kind of look at their situations, relationships with friends or whatever, and we base it off of that. Like, shit, if my mama took that or my dad took that, then it's just like, okay, well, I mean, maybe that's how it's supposed to be. You know?
I can see that.
But that just goes back just to that time frame of our parents and their parents of just the shit that they took in general. Like, even for the women, like back in the day, like I feel like everybody's grandmother or great grandmother probably was abused by their husband. And in those days, they, you know, women couldn't work, they couldn't have their own bank account, so they had to take that shit. You know what I'm saying? The husband was bringing in the money. You know, they weren't in a position to set boundaries. Now, you know, women in particular, and just us, you know, like you said, as millennials, we're in a totally different world now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to accept certain things.
We ain't playing that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening.
Liberation.
We're not doing that. So, you know, respect goes a long way. But with boundaries comes respect. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, you know, you have to respect the person you're dealing with. And I feel like once you respect that person, you shouldn't even have to set certain boundaries with people that you respect. Like, you have to respect that person enough to understand and know that person doesn't accept this, or they're not going to like that, or, you know what I'm saying, you can't say this type of stuff to this person without them getting offended. Like, I value my friendships more than anything, so I know there's certain stuff or certain things that, in certain ways that I have to handle my friends, and, you know, it's setting boundaries.
that was a good ass point on the respect aspect of it, because I like completely agree with that. And I think, like, even for me, like, from me to set a boundary, I come off so respectful to everybody. So it's like, and this might be a little bit off topic, so I don't like feel like I'm getting played with, because I be so respectful. So it's like damn, you think I'm like you gonna get it? What you got? You know what I mean? So that's why I, you know, if it gets to that point, set the boundary. That was a good ass point. Yeah. So
now, relationship wise, you know, when you set boundaries, you kind of mentioned something that makes sense. Like, when you know certain things and you have to treat people a certain type of way, and what if people's boundaries don't align with yours? Like, almost like morals. Like, you know, people's morals don't align all the time. How do you, like, deal with that relationship?
You let it go.
Exactly.
Just cut it.
Yeah,
cold turkey.
People are not supposed to be permanent in your life all the time. Sometimes people are just in your life for a season and for a reason, for a lesson, for you to learn. And it was probably for you to learn how to set a boundary.
Right.
That's what it was.
So that's when you know you gotta let it burn. Like, I learned this is not the person that's supposed to be in my life. It's time to move on and leave that space available for the person that's supposed to be there.
Definitely.
That's a growth.
That is. And I just got to that. And the way you said that and the way you worded that, I just got to that place. Because, like, even with, like, I've only been in one serious relationship out of my 30 years of living. But seriously, I had to learn that. Like, I felt like, you know, me and this person, we grew up together, we know each other, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he grew up in a 2-parent household. I didn't. So I felt like my morals, just the way I grew up, were a little bit better than his. And because he was somewhat sheltered, when he became an adult, I feel like he just, you know, just was wilding out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we're the same age, and you're 30 doing the same shit we were doing at 21, and you think I'm supposed to? No, we're not. You know what I'm saying? So you have to grow people, and that was like the perfect example of what you. And I feel like that was a growth, you know, experience for me to grow. Like, okay, I know you're not for me. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to set those boundaries. Like, the shit that I was taking in the past, I'm not gonna take the same shit that I was taking at 22. You know, at 18, at 30. Like, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So,
over 10-year gap.
Yeah.
You gotta evolve at some point.
And I've evolved.
You can't,
a
like,
few times.
And it's people, like, you would see, like, that we went to high school with, like, I'm pretty sure everybody that you would be like, damn, you still the same?
Yeah.
You know, you have not changed at all.
Shit.
That's crazy. Like, you need to see people evolve and grow as a person. And, like, to me, boundaries in a relationship is just, it gets messy. Like, the more and more you learn about a person, and the deeper you go, you start to realize, like, certain lines, like, it's gray areas in certain things sometimes that I don't like when it comes to boundaries, for real. because it makes you feel like you're compromising something that you set up, and people use that against you as like a manipulative tactic. Yeah, that's when you for sure need to go because that shit ain't right. But yeah.
And it's fucked up. One last thing before we go to the next topic. It's fucked up when you set those boundaries and you evolve and you see that person is still doing the same thing. You're like, this is not even, I don't even like this nigga. Why am I like,
like you be trying to figure out
something. That's not even me. That wasn't even me. I don't know that person.
I don't know that person.
That person is dead who I used to be.
Okay.
The person I used to be used to
deal with that.
Right.
So listen, get up out of there. Don't be letting nobody treat y'all any kind of way.
Please,
and you know,
it's not worth it at all.
If the nigga or the bitch got 4-5 niggas on the side,
which they do,
keep it pushing.
Everybody got a little side piece somewhere.
Not me.
Listen, not me.
I don't have any pieces.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not at the
I
moment.
know it's a drought.
It is.
You gonna re-up soon? It's just
so.
a retrograde. That's what it is. Going back to that.
Yeah. You know, sometimes your phone be so dry, you be wanting some drama. Like, damn, like I want one of these niggas to come back. So I can ignore his ass. Just so I can ignore his ass. No, I need somebody to ignore.
A little bit of chaos, just a little bit. But speaking of chaos, so TikTok is being banned. I forgot which country it started in. I think it was
China.
Okay, it was China. Is it the end of social media? Because I think that ban is like not just for TikTok. It's eventually going to spread to other platforms.
So I say no just because it's a Chinese-based company. If it was like an American, like somebody from if it started here and they was trying to ban it, then I can kind of see where your point is. I can see that. But I think they doing it specifically because it's Chinese. Gotcha. We keep getting these balloons pop up all over everywhere.
What's that?
Like that's what I'm saying.
That was so weird. They had everybody in America trying to look up in the sky for this thing.
And then it's
okay. Real quick.
That TikTok shit that shit just spread like wildfire. And it's like.
It's addicting.
I feel like there's not going to be they can't ban social media, and I'm one of those people. I grew up in the '90s, early 2000s. We didn't have social media, so I personally could live without it.
Oh yeah,
I don't have to have it. It is a tool, but I feel like just based off of celebrity-based world and just whatever-thing, the culture we live in, it's just a lot of money involved in social media. A lot of these celebrities or these has-beens or whatever, like a lot of these people make their money off of social media, and I feel like they can't just ban. Now TikTok, I just kind of started using it probably like within the last 4 to 5 months. But I'm more of an Instagram, Twitter user. But I don't see them just demolishing social media as a whole.
No,
and I don't even know why they want to ban TikTok. Like, what the fuck is wrong with TikTok?
Because TikTok, I feel like is a lot more of a free voice. Like, it's a lot of things like we was just talking about off camera. It's different circuits. Like, you know, when you really stay on it at night, you get into like some shit. Like, it could be like witch talk or.
But you can get on that on YouTube. YouTube got psychic.
Yeah, but I feel like they filter it a little different.
Yeah, and is it the speed of it too? Is it the speed of TikTok? Like how? Are all the videos a certain length, or you can do a long ass video on TikTok?
I think it's a certain length.
You can,
but they chop them up.
I think that's what.
But they've been updating shit because I feel like they try to compete with other like media platforms. So like TikTok could you can do a live on TikTok. So that's one thing too.
Yeah, and you can make money off going live now. Which now a lot of people are just sitting on live.
Making money
because it'll pop up in your For You page, so you can just jump in somebody's life.
Yeah, who?
When
she said that,
when he said they got him banned from Instagram.
Yeah, he is a trip.
What he said? He said, "Put your pussy on live."
Oh
yeah. But your pussy lips on live.
That nigga Boosie is aging. He is crazy. He is aging like a leaf in the middle of October. And be talking so much shit. That motherfucker look like a leaf. He look like one of them. He look like one of them crunchy leaves that you step on. That's That's
like
what
a
Lucy
Lucy
look
roll
like.
a little bit.
But TikTok's not bad. I like TikTok. It's fun.
Extending it.
It's something that I feel like people can like enjoy. It is addicting. Like I'll say like using me as an example. I do keep scrolling. You see one funny video, then you see another, then you like, oh shit, this shit is funny.
Yeah.
Let me keep like
keep
I
keep
be
going.
on TikTok for the food. That's what I do.
That was my
I cook.
I don't really be on there.
So I be on
but
there
that would be
finding
my only
recipes.
You
I
don't
be
have
on
to
there.
I follow all the black chefs.
Yeah.
They be cooking some good ass food.
That would be my
What's
only
the
reason to
recipe?
be on there.
I literally,
yeah.
I'm on there looking
To
at
cook,
food.
for real,
That's
yeah.
literally.
But I like that you never know like what you gonna get though. Like they could have, eventually filtered it to be like, oh, if you want food, click this. If you want this, if you want that. You always like scroll. You never know what you're gonna get. So I thought that was like a random, like cool little thing or a cool feature.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think they can't like ban all of social media. But I feel like what it is gonna do is eventually make it so certain things are not shown on social media. Because TikTok, I think people be like flashing certain areas of their body and it, like you instantly get instantly.
Listen,
What
a
happened
lot
with
of
the
people.
metaverse?
What's that?
The metaverse?
Like the
Weren't
online.
they supposed to be making like a metaverse?
I don't know. I don't get.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen.
And Facebook was supposed to turn into this thing called Meta. and
Yeah.
everybody-
That's the.
It is.
Meta.
Yeah, it is.
So
That's
like they're supposed to like
that's the company name.
make the
Yeah.
little avatars.
That's
and,
the
like,
company
you're
name.
supposed to
It
be
is
like
Meta.
I think
another world.
I think it's. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. Maybe I think they were just too early on it. Like they just kind of dove straight into it versus like let's kind of walk in like do step by step. They was like fuck it.
Right.
Everybody kind of talking about it. We're gonna be the first ones. I feel like that's their problem. But the only thing I will say with that the metaverse thing is I feel like if we get too deep into that, it's like it's already different versus the early 2000s,
Right.
Versus and how it is now for kids. If we get to meta, it's like you really ain't gonna be having no human interaction like that.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
I got my avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, social media could be a good thing. Like, it's so funny. Like, I have a few female friends that I met through social media that live in different states. And I met them on, like, Twitter or, like, Instagram. And we're, like, friends. Like, we became friends. Like, literally, I met a girl. She's from Chicago. One of her pictures with her son went viral. Like, she has a son. And the picture that went viral, he was crying. And she was holding him. And her caption was, when you high and your son is throwing a tantrum because you won't let him eat rocks. And I thought the meme was so funny. Like, I started following her. And she lives in Chicago. And me and her have been friends for like 2 years now. And she's never been to Detroit. And she's coming out here next month.
That's cool.
So stay with me. And we're like, and she's bringing her son. Like, we like built a friendship. It's the weirdest thing. So, and she's so attractive. Like, and that was the other thing. Like, I don't date women, but I love pretty girls. Like, I have a thing. Like, I hate to sound like that, but all my female friends are pretty.
All my girls bad.
All my girls are bad. I just, so that was like one of the things. But she's like a really good person. So I feel like social media can be a good thing. It's not all bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just feel like the wrong people, like, that's the only thing. I feel like, honestly, and it may sound deep, I feel like before you are able to create some sort of social media page, it should be some sort of like mental health, maybe education check.
They ain't doing that shit.
Because everybody has social media, and it's like certain people should just not be
If
on.
they ain't gonna do that shit for guns, they ain't doing
Oh,
that.
definitely not. They're definitely not gonna do it. I'm not saying they're gonna do it. I'm just saying like.
No, I think it's a great idea because social media gives people anxiety. Like,
but not only that, it gives idiots like Donald Trump a platform to say and do stupid shit and get away with it.
Everybody got free speech, so
fuck that. Yeah, we have free speech, but it's
I ain't
like,
been for like 10
everybody's
speech
speech isn't educated. Yeah, I hate that, but it's not all bad. I say, don't ban social media. It is what it is. If they do, I could live without it, but I do enjoy it.
I can definitely live without it too.
Yeah.
It's those dances. The dances. I just was scrolling past over real fast.
I hate the dances.
Yeah.
The dances.
Beyonce,
I can't take the
Put your
dance.
camera down
The
the grocery
dance
store. And start dancing in the grocery store.
Yeah.
I can't take the dance challenge.
No, it was the Majorette dance for me.
Yes.
Clowns.
Somebody loves me, baby.
That's a challenge?
I ain't see that.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to show y'all that.
No.
Yeah, they be doing the Majorette shit with it.
No.
It's
I
funny.
ain't see that.
Y'all gotta show y'all
Video
that.
you sent us though in the group.
Oh, which one?
Don't be sitting no bullshit.
That shit, I had, number one, I had just ate an edible. And that video.
Wait, which one? Because I said like
the
three.
rapper. I just got some wings.
You ain't seen
That
that?
shit.
I put it in the group chat. You gotta watch it.
You know, I'm
Oh
gonna be
my
honest.
God.
Since I don't have like no account,
Oh,
I can't. When I click on stuff, it don't.
That's
That's
why
what-
I got a TikTok because people catch
Yeah, I
things
got
on
it.
TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't never.
So I'm like,
I
let me
didn't know
just get one just so I can watch
Yeah.
the
That
That's how.
video took.
I'm gonna show you.
That's
I'm
how
gonna show you the video.
Yeah, I gotta go
Yeah.
ahead and make an account.
Yeah, but
You have to make. I'm telling you. Once you on there, just be
yeah,
ready.
you gonna get it.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yo,
You say that now?
I said the same thing.
But we have an update. We have a TikTok
Yes,
update.
next
Oh, yeah,
week.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling you, you gotta
yeah,
be.
We have an update.
But okay, so moving to the next topic, I thought this was very interesting only because I personally want to know like how everybody had the sex talk with their parents. Like, how, was it even a sex talk at all?
No.
I never had a sex talk with my parents.
Really?
I did tell my dad when I was in middle school, because the high school or the middle school and the high school I went to had a pool, and at the time I had hair, and I don't know why I did this, but I had to sign up, for an elective, like a, physical, and they put me in swim for first hour. I'm not getting my hair wet first thing in the morning.
That's crazy.
We're not doing
Like
that.
Shit, I was blessed.
So
That's
I just
insane.
told, which by that, this was 7th, 8th grade, but by that time I knew I didn't like girls. So I told my dad, I'm like, I just came up with a lie, and I knew my dad knew, but I was like, Dad, I just feel really uncomfortable. I don't want to get dressed in the locker room. But this was all because I did not want to take swim in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to
Damn,
switch my
first hour is
class.
early as fuck.
I'm like, I'm going to
But
switch
then it's
my
like you gonna be wet as hell.
And I know how to swim. It wasn't
Yeah.
even the fact that I was swimming. I
That's
love
right.
swimming.
So
I know how to swim. It wasn't. It was just I was not trying to be wet first thing in the morning. So it was just funny because I told him, and then he called my mom. What was funny was he said the conversation was going to be between us. Then probably an hour later, I hear him in his room on the phone with my mom. Girl, he finally said something.
Yeah, he out. He out.
Swear to God. He was on the phone yo, because my mom's name was Yolanda. And so he was like, yo. Our child finally said it. So, but it was I never had to have you got to use condoms. It was just I kind of already knew. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm somewhat of a germaphobe too. And I read niggas we're not having
Any relationship.
You don't do the raw sex with everybody.
Yeah, that's true too.
So
That's definitely true.
That's funny. Man, that's so funny. My mom was so dramatic. When she found out I was having sex, I'm like, girl, you should have had a talk about it. The real one. You wouldn't be feeling like this. She gonna say something. Oh my baby. Lady, calm the fuck down. I'm in college at this point. Yes, I'm out of the house. I'm in the house. I lost my virginity in 12th grade though.
Oh, yeah.
So no, I was on my way out, and it's I'm mature, I'm
Right.
more mature, so, I was responsible and everything. And it was lady, come on. Oh, my baby.
Wait. She was dramatic.
And my family is super Christian conservative,
Mine,
so it's just
That's
was you not a virgin? What did you expect?
Yeah, everybody ain't gonna go through life waiting to marriage.
Yeah, and then my first was a thug ass nigga. So my mama did not like that. He was she done turned my little baby out. And that was what did I say? I don't even remember.
You turned him off.
We don't have to say that. I didn't say it.
Oh, man. No, I just said trap queen.
Yeah. I don't think I had to talk with anybody for real.
Do they ever have sex talks with guys? I feel like most parents are happy their guys aren't gay and they're fucking.
No, I feel
women,
like
to be honest, that was pretty much it. That was,
women, you gotta be a virgin till you marry. But
Yeah,
dudes, they be like, "Oh, my son fucking yes."
No.
Girls.
I feel like more so with men is outside of the gay thing. I think it's more so don't bring no babies in here.
Well, that's more so
I feel like they more so don't care like that their son is fucking, because in a lot of families, like I know in my family, it's a lot of guys. Like the guys could like, you know, bring their girls around and had their girls in the house and it was okay, but the girls could not bring dudes and shit in. Like it was like some real weird flip shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the boys in my family could get away with way more than the girls in the family. Which I thought was fucked up with me because I felt like because I was gay, they kind of like tried to treat me like one of, like even to this day, like my brother is like, I'm not your sister. Like I'm a whole nigga. Like I'm okay. Like I will beat somebody's ass. I went on a date like 2 weeks. No, like I went on a date like 2 weeks ago, and my brother was like, "How long you knew him? Like get out, like." I don't need you clocking me. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm.
But that's a little, like, you know, your brother trying to protect you.
No, it's too much. Like, leave me alone.
But that's how they do, though.
I don't like it.
But
I didn't have shit for real. Like, literally, it was like high school. I think my dad, like you said, he was like, yeah. It wasn't even a sex. I don't know. I don't even remember it. Like, it really wasn't no, hey son, you having sex and all that stuff. It was never nothing like that. He was just like, yeah, like yeah, man, you out here? Yeah, he's like, yeah, you out here? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you messing with girls? I'm like, yeah.
But parents know the truth.
Like, all right. And then I was like, it was like kind of something like he literally was birds and bees and all that type of shit. No, like my mama.
All the dads want to know is it a girl?
Yeah.
And then they be fine. Are you protected?
Mm-hmm. And I think my family is not real, like, person. We don't get into personal shit like that. So my mama was never about to come and be like, yeah, son. Yeah, like, no. Like, we just not real personal like that. So, got you. Yeah, I ain't had no.
Yeah, my family is too personal. On my mom's side, we overshare. Well, they overshare. I'm not a sharer. Like, I feel like certain stuff you should keep, you know what I'm saying? I tell what I want people to know, you know what I'm saying? Only because I never want to be in a position where I feel like when Mad Day come, I don't need nobody trying to fire back at me, nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, like,
I have a select few people that I tell certain things, especially when it comes to my sex life. Like, even though I'm out sexually with my sexuality, I'm still very private with what I do sexually with certain
people. I feel like with the sex talk more so like, you know, either preparing you or just seeing where you at. Not more so like, so how many bitches you popped today? How many niggas did you pop today? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not like that. But, I mean...
So did you have... Because it seemed like y'all...
My parents are very personable.
I was gonna say that. I can see that with you.
I'm like, it's weird. Like I had the weirdest.
I feel like as you a host, you be getting out of sharing sometimes.
I be sharing.
What was your sex?
Mine, I had two different conversations. So the first conversation was with, I believe, my dad, and my dad was like, you know, you gotta use condoms, blah blah blah. He didn't ask me, you know, but he, you know, I feel like some dads, like, you know, they just feel like they already know how it's gonna go. Mm-hmm. So they're like, yeah, you know, with a girl, you gotta do this, and this, blah, blah, blah.
He said, never mind, keep going, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was just basically like that. Like, it was to the point, it was a girl that he was coaching at a school consortium downtown. And it was a girl, like, I went to the practice, like, one time, and it was...
Sex with a girl?
Not her.
I'm sorry.
But it was
I'm
like...
having questions.
But my dad was kind of like like a wingman in a sense. And he knew that she liked me or whatever, and I came to practice. And he was like, yeah, there she go over there, you know. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? And we ended up talking or whatever, but I mean, ain't nothing happening. She was pretty though, but it was just like, yeah, ain't nothing happening. Then my dad is very like, he told me about the birds and bees, about, you know, you can catch some shit, you can catch some shit. So I kind of understood, like, you know, that part of it, but then my mom is like, that was the weirdest part. I don't know why it felt weird to talk to my mom about sex because I view her as like, you know, just like a woman, and I'm picturing you and my dad, and I'm just like, can't do it.
Yeah.
But that conversation, even to this day,
I found condoms in my parents' room before, and I'm just like, y'all still doing it?
Yeah. Me and my mom were really close. Like, we had a very good relationship. Like, we would talk about stuff, but I was a rambler when I was a kid. So, like, I would go through my mom's, like, drawers and stuff. So, like, I found my mom's, like, pipe breaker at one time. I was probably, like, 12. Oof. So, it was just, like, certain stuff like that, you know.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Right. So, as I got older, like, but I'm real close with both of my mom and my dad. Like, I could talk to my dad about anything. I could have talked to my mom about anything. So it was never an uncomfortable environment.
It's just a parent thing. Like, that's why I'm like, because it did get to a point where it's like, okay, it's personal. Don't like ask me too much because I don't tell you all that. But they weren't really in my business like that. It was just like, yeah, you know, be safe out here if you choose to do it. It wasn't no like gatekeeping either. Like, I feel like my dad would have let anything happen. You know, if not in that way, like being a bad parent, but it's just like he knew that was going to eventually happen because he was young once. Yeah. My mom, I feel like she'd be like, you know, wait. But I really didn't get that from her at all. I was just like, and then when I finally told her I had sex, it was like, my mom was like, when did this happen? My dad like, oh shit. So yeah. I don't know, but
always is for the guys.
Yeah.
And for the girls, it's my baby.
Yeah.
Now, did y'all get caught sending some shit when y'all was younger?
No.
Sending?
Yeah. Like sexting.
I got caught sneaking.
Always had my own phone.
I got caught sneaking.
Yeah, I never got caught doing anything. I didn't have them kind of parents. Like, they didn't go through my phone and all of that.
Now, I didn't get caught. But my mama did cotton block me. And she knew what time, she knew what was about to happen. So, it was this girl, we stayed in these townhouses. She stayed it was like a neighborhood right across like a little wall or whatever. Mm-hmm. She knew me and the girl was talking. And we was about to stay over there for one of me. It was like a few people out of the neighborhood, but she like, it was me, my little brother, and it was like a few other people that we used to go over there just because she had a cool little basketball room. And my mom like, I'm like, yeah, mom, we about to go over, what's in the house? We trying to go over, what's in the house tonight? You know, so she's like, what? Because she did see us kissing like out front of the house. She's like, yeah, nah, I like staying over there. I'm like, what?
Oh my God, you like
and then we was like, you know, we texting like, oh yeah, we about to do it. You know,
right.
I'm like,
damn.
Okay.
Well, no, your parents be knowing game.
My mom knew a child was sick. I ain't gonna lie.
I never got caught doing anything, but I did get in trouble. Like, my senior year, I was dating this dude, and he was a drug dealer, him and his brother.
I love a drug dealer.
And they had to drive somewhere to transport some material. And I lied to my dad and told him that I was babysitting for one of my cousins for the weekend. But I really went with him and his brother to do, and it was in the winter time. And so when we were on our way back to Michigan, it was like a really bad snowstorm. So I wasn't back. It was my senior year of high school, so I wasn't back home in enough time Monday morning to go to school. So he like, where the fuck are you at? Like, texting my phone. So it was a whole situation. I would have
been like,
and that was the only, as a teenager, that was the only bad thing, quote unquote, like that I did. That was kind of like, and my parents made me feel so bad about it because I was such a good kid. And it was like, that was like the thing that I did, and they made me feel horrible about it.
I'm weak. See, that's why I'm like, I ain't never got caught doing stuff like that either. I don't know. I think I was either too like cautious or I was just making sure shit. I ain't seeing nothing. I ain't had a type of parents where it's like, give me your phone at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, no,
yeah. So
I'd be like, Daddy, you get out my face.
Okay. Well, that's funny shit. I feel like so real quick because we do need to move on. So as when you guys become parents, do you think you guys are gonna have the conversations with your kids like about sex?
Yep, every stage of life.
Well, I'm just gonna
little
be the
kid, toddler, child, preteen, teen, adult.
So even as a kid, you can be like, don't touch this area, don't do
Yeah.
this.
Every
Period.
step of the way.
That's good.
As soon as they can understand and they can talk, especially, they want to learn what a PP is, what a booty hole is.
Yeah.
We don't touch that. Nobody can touch it. All the way up until.
Yes.
Has anyone ever talked to those? Because I've been sexualized since the 2nd grade. Like, I remember my first encounter with somebody, you know, like trying to push up on me. And even one of them was a girl who was my friend. You know, like, clearly she had been sexually assaulted in her household because she should know all the sexual stuff that she was trying to talk to me about and do to me. You know what I'm saying? Asking if she wants to be lesbians and stuff like that in the 2nd grade.
Do you want to be a lesbian?
Yeah, she was my best friend. She asked me if she wanted to be lesbian. So I'm like, what the fuck?
She
Yeah, I'm my best friend.
That's funny.
She could have seen something on TV too.
Yeah, something on TV. It could have been
that is
anything.
Back in the day, I ain't gonna lie.
Right,
They
yeah.
had, like,
Anything could have
Nah,
been.
I ain't gonna lie.
If you stayed up late enough
I-
as a kid,
She
you
was
seen
very
some
sexual.
I ain't gonna lie. 2nd grade is kind of crazy. I ain't
7
even
years
gonna lie.
old.
They had shit on TV left and right when we
Yeah.
like just think
I
about the
learned about all of
cartoons.
that. Yep, I learned about condoms in 2nd grade, periods, pregnancy,
Damn.
from little kids,
Yeah.
other little kids.
Because you learn from like your peers, like that's how it is.
Yep.
I'll be
Other
honest, we
little
was
kids.
dying on that in 2nd grade. I did go to school
In the
because
birds.
way in the birds. I
did
in the
too.
birds, but like I used to
Those are the
build
kids
it.
I learned
Yeah.
from. The kids
Hell no.
in the white school that I went
Yeah.
to, 3rd grade. Somebody, I remember, I'll never forget, a little girl was in line like, don't kiss such and such because you can get pregnant. But, you know, they don't understand that you done heard something. It's how you know about kissing and getting pregnant. Who told you that? You know?
But some of these little cartoons, they kiss each other and
Yeah,
stuff like that. So I feel like
So
that's
no,
why.
Like,
I know about,
she don't
like,
get pregnant. She on her period already.
Oh, I ain't know about periods. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know
What
nothing
does
about
that
that.
mean? In my little child head, I'm like, what does that mean? But I knew it was something like bad. Like, they shouldn't be talking
But the
about
older,
that.
I'm not gonna lie, the older you get, like it was a girl, we was in like 4th or 5th grade, and she was already developed. So we was looking like, you know, all the boys in the classroom would obviously gear towards her because she had breasts. And it was like, wow. I'm like, and I remember my mom was like, she in the 5th grade? I was like, yeah, she's in the 5th grade.
It's
No,
a
we had a girl like that too.
We had a
I ain't
few.
gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like a disease where sometimes you can get your period, get breasts, get all of that body hair as early as like 2nd grade, 1st grade.
Yeah. I didn't start getting body hair until probably like 5th or 6th grade. Like that's when like my underarm, it's empty. When like my underarm hair and stuff. But I didn't wax them. I don't have hair.
Yeah, I think I was like
I don't do the hair.
12.
Yeah, I don't like hair either.
I don't have hair anywhere.
I do, and I shave.
I'm
Yeah, I
waxed
shave.
everywhere.
Yeah, I can't. That's hair brings odor.
Yes, it
I
does.
actually, yeah, you got it.
Listen, I don't have armpit, thighs, legs, everything.
Now I got a little armpit. I tried shaving it one time, and the shit did not feel right to me. So I had to leave a little bit. Just a
I
little
was
bit.
just like how slippery it was.
Yeah, it was, and then when it grows back in, it's like it's pricking like that whole area, and I'm like, oh.
See, I know we have to go to the next topic or the game, but this is what honestly made me start like shaving and waxing. So, long story short, 2000. Yes, and I get my eyebrows threaded. 2004 when the Pistons won, because basketball and boxing are the only sports that I keep up with. So, 2004 Pistons won a championship. They had a whole Sports Illustrated, you know. Richard Hamilton, they had a picture of him dunking or like going towards the rim, and he had like a bunch of hair. The picture they had, he had like a bunch of hair, but it was like chunks of deodorant like stuck, and it grossed me out and traumatized me so bad. I was like, I will never have. And
I used to look at
I'm
niggas in
like,
high school
oh,
with that
no.
shit too. I hate
Like it doesn't bother me
With
if
deodorant?
like
Yes.
I date somebody
It's-
with hair, like a
it
dad
makes me
with
cringe.
hair. I just can't. I can't be hairy. Like I just can't.
But it's different types of deodorant. Like some people get like the powdered one, and when you like
That's right.
see it,
I use the Dove
it gets
spray.
like it gets stuck like balls. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I know
that
exactly
shit
what
happen.
you're
I'm like,
I
I used to be I'm like, oh hell no.
Dove spray deodorant only. That's all all I use.
Like certain
Oh
shit
my
make me
God.
cringe. I'm like, ooh, I can't
Yeah,
do
I
it.
can't do
That
it.
is so funny.
No, now we're gonna move on to blind shots. And I did the question, so unfortunately,
You might as well say you
I always
take
lose.
a shot every time.
no, I'm not gonna, be
Do I read it now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
think
can
you
start.
should still just try your luck. Yeah.
What?
Just
So y'all
try
can say
your
I'm
luck.
cheating?
No, just do a shot.
I'll do it.
Try your luck
You
with the
might not
shots. I think you should try your luck with the shots, like you did last time.
Okay.
know.
What number?
Number 87. What rapper holds the world record for most? I'm sorry, I can't.
It's my handwriting. Sorry. For most,
World is that?
What's the album sold?
I don't know. I can't read it.
I think most words in a hit song.
That's a can't.
Yeah, we're
Let me
just
pick
go-
another one. We got to edit this out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's okay. We could leave it in.
Okay. I'll pick another one. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do that for me on my question.
Number
What
82.
did that say?
What does what?
Hakuna Matata.
Oh, Hakuna Matata mean.
Oh, that's easy.
And what number was that?
Number 82.
Okay.
Come on.
What?
I answer it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You
I
got
thought
10
y'all
seconds.
had it.
All right.
Okay. Means no worries?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think that's the first question I got right.
Oh, it's for the rest of your days too?
No, it's okay.
Oh,
it's just not,
alright.
it means no worries.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's say.
Mine is 89. What is Ice Cube's real name? O'Shea Jackson.
Period.
Oh, I can't. No, I watch my shit.
Alright.
Look at y'all not taking shots. I'm proud of y'all.
When is Mean Girls Day?
What?
Oh, shit.
When
is
I've
Mean
never-
Girls
I've
Day?
never
Movie?
seen Mean Girl.
It's an actual day.
Oh.
It's a movie, but
It's based off of the movie, but they made it.
What
a day.
number?
listen, a lot of people have taken my gay card because I've never
It's
seen
it's the day based off the movie where she turned around and asked the dude what day. He asked her what day it is. Is that the day?
You close. You close.
I don't know what the day is though. I can't remember.
I don't know this one.
Is it Wednesday when they
No.
wear pink?
Is it?
No, he's right though. But he
Oh,
just got
it's
to
the
say
day.
the date.
Oh, the day when
Yeah.
she turned around and asked him what day it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Damn, Maurice, you know it too.
I do. I just can't.
It's October 13th.
She's so close too. I'm mad. She close.
I don't know.
Is it?
October 3rd.
Bro, you
Alright.
you gotta take a shot. But she right. She
It's
right.
October
It's October 3rd. That's why I was like, she close as fuck. And she took off on that.
I've never seen.
I thought you was gonna catch the hint when she said October 13th. I thought you was like October something.
Oh man, this wasn't bad.
It was liquor?
Ain't taste like it.
Yeah, some of them don't have liquor.
I didn't like it. It might have been actually. So I don't know. That wasn't bad.
Okay. What is the most watched YouTube video of all time?
What number is that?
Number 77. I believe I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going to go with William Hung, the She Bang American Idol
She
audition.
bang, she bang.
bang.
No, it's Baby Shark.
Get the fuck outta here.
Shit.
11
Yeah, that shit
11
was
million
I can
views.
see that.
Oh
Damn.
my
You
god.
know how many babies watch that shit
Yeah,
every
Yeah,
day?
Baby Shark doo doo.
Every fucking
years.
day.
That shit
I
probably
think this is
get
wild.
like hundreds of views a day in one
Wow.
household.
I don't know.
I don't know what that was. It didn't taste like liquor.
That was like lemonade or something.
This
That's
guy's
what
wrong,
I'm-
too.
99. What is a group of crows called? A group of crows. A group of crows. A gang.
A murder.
A murder. Murder of crows. Oh my god.
I've never heard of that.
That's what that movie is about. Oh my gosh, there's a movie called A Murder of Crows. And it's clearly about a group of crows in the
Murder.
cover. I thought it was about crows that murder people, but no. Okay.
I never heard of that.
I never heard of that either.
Yeah.
Learned something. Okay.
Yeah.
I was was low-key trying to like.
The boy,
I know I was thinking, I was like,
Not you trying to get out of the shot. Get out of here.
Oh,
Yep.
damn.
damn, Gina, damn.
Take it, Chiquita.
That's easy. Smooth shot.
Hmm.
Alright.
This is the first time I didn't have to take a shot.
88. What rapper ran for president of the United States in 2020, Kanye?
Mm-hmm.
What? That's some bullshit.
This is the last one.
Everybody knows this. Oh, it's another round.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
I didn't know he actually ran.
I thought people were just putting his name in the
No,
ballot.
they were doing that too.
Yeah, I didn't know he actually ran, but I
I was gonna say Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy.
I have number 87. Which rapper has the most face tattoos?
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Okay. You winning.
What?
Oh, that's it?
Mm-hmm.
It's really Lil Wayne.
Lil Weezy.
How many ghosts chase Pac-Man? Oh, how many ghosts chase Pac-Man at the start of each game? Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna take a guess. I do love Pac-Man.
What number is it?
95. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 4.
Oh damn!
In
I
the
was trying
beginning of
to.
the game?
Oh, because it's like a black one, a white one, a pink one,
An orange
and
one.
an orange.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought one was blue.
I
I
know
was
one
gonna
was
say
blue.
No, but
and
that's in the
red.
beginning. It's only 4 that.
Okay.
Oh, and then more coming.
Yeah, more. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say 6 too, lucky.
Damn it, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
You get them clear boys.
No, it's probably like one water.
Just grab it. You gotta grab one.
Is it some that are like solely juice?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have one. Tay said he had one. Beyonce said he had one.
Even name.
Damn, Gina, damn.
Fuck.
This must be that limoncello.
Oh.
This tastes like the lemon drop.
Okay, yeah.
That's probably what I had.
All right, Maurice, you the last
I
one.
don't know this one either. It's 97. How many bones do we have in an ear?
In that ear. What? We got one.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. You know cartilage in the bone?
Shit, 1?
3.
I didn't know. I don't think I thought it was all three.
Mm-hmm.
Or some shit. I don't know. You can break your bone.
That had to be water. The way you drank that. It was liquor.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that was, but yeah.
Mm.
You took that like a G.
I'll take.
I was gonna
2.
say, hell, you take.
Oh, you supposed to know. You supposed to be trying your luck.
Okay.
I like the cartilage.
We got one more.
That's not bad. I'll try
Get
some.
one more. I need one more. I just want to try to have each other.
Oh yeah, I like that one too. Not bad.
I think this was that. Is it? Did you pour any lemonade in this? In these?
It's limeade and it was limeade in 3 of them.
This might be
Okay,
that.
this might be that.
That's probably what that is.
But yeah. So moving on to the last segment of the show. Get hip. Is there anything y'all want to suggest or recommend that our other millennials want to watch? Need to get into trends, movies, fashion, whatever.
Y'all need to get hip to this child sex trafficking ring that they about to. The U.S. about to go down, y'all. The U.S. is about to go down. It was just a whistleblower. Yes, they talking about all kinds of stuff. How the United States has lost 85,000 immigrant kids coming from like South America.
Oh, fuck.
And they've been using those kids and like as like sex slaves and slave for like work and shit. And like other countries are using America to funnel those kids out to other places, and it's just so bad. And
well, that's all over. That's just in the U.S. period because they said that.
Yeah, but like the government shouldn't be involved in it. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I know, like,
so now it's like now they're like it's evidence and proof that the government
is involved in it.
Yes,
America
has
is
a role.
Well, we already knew that.
Yeah.
They built the world on our back.
So So you pay attention to your lawmakers and voting.
Yes.
I usually don't even care about voting, but pay
It's
attention
a
to
big
that shit.
deal. Like, I swear to God, I used to be one of those that was not really into politics, and I have become like, I watch The View every day. Like, I need to know what's going on. Like, I don't have time.
No, I agree with that. I think the time has passed when we're uneducated on who we're voting for, especially locally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we need to know who we are voting for, putting these bills and all this stuff in place. Like, because, I mean, shit, you can't, I don't know. I think we passed that time for sure, though. Yeah. You gotta get educated.
We definitely need to.
I don't know if I can think of nothing that's.
You haven't watched nothing that was good or like music?
I'm addicted to Attack on Titan.